Students, hope you are getting the point regarding algorithm. So in the last two videos we have seen what is algorithm, what are the features of algorithm, what are the advantages and disadvantages of algorithm. Then we have seen some examples, real life problem, so how to make a cup of tea like this. Afterwards we have seen the mathematical problem, how to add two numbers, how to add three numbers, how to do mathematical operation on constant numbers, and how to do mathematical operations on the numbers inputted by the user. Okay, so when we input some value to the computer, or when we input some value to the algorithm, we can call it as interactive algorithm or interactive program. Okay, so let us see another examples, so you can understand this in better manner. So this is the example algorithm to calculate area and circumference of a circle. Okay, when radius is 5.6. So you know that how many types of variables we can enter through the algorithm or through the program. Real integer numbers are there, real numbers are there, real means float numbers are there. We can enter single character value, we can enter group of characters, that is the string. So here we consider floating point value. What is the constant value here? 5.6. Okay, 5.6 radius is given, and what we have to do here, we want to calculate area and circumference of a circle. So you should know, when we are going to solve this type of problem, you should know what is the formula for area and what is the formula for circumference. Okay, so how we can write it? What is the formula for area? So we can calculate pi r square. We can write here pi r square, and for the circumference we can write here 2 pi r. Okay, so we can use these two formulae within algorithm. So how we can write it? Step 1 start. So this is the first step. Then as the user inputted the constant value here, you should assign that constant value to one variable. So here I have taken variable as radius, and what is the value for that particular radius? 5.6. So here is the assignment statement. We have assigned given value, given constant value to the variable radius. So the assignment statement becomes radius is equal to 5.6. Okay, so this is the second one, input statement. Then next one, step 3. So we have now value of radius, then we can perform mathematical formula to calculate area. So how we can write here? Area is equal to 3.14, that is the value of pi. Don't write here pi because this sign is not available on your keyboard, and again don't write pi. If you want to write here pi, you should assign 3.14 or 22 by 7 value to the pi, and then we can invoke pi within the formula. So instead of doing all these things, we can use here constant value, that is the 3.14. Okay, so area is equal to 3.14 into radius and into radius. Don't write here radius square. Okay, radius square. So this is not available on your computer. Okay, this is not available on your keyboard. You can write like this in Word or Excel, but we cannot use this in programming language. Okay, so instead of writing r square, you can write it here radius into radius. Okay, so what is the formula here? S area is equal to 3.14 into radius into radius. Afterward, again we have to calculate circumference here. So circumference is equal to 2 into pi into r. So 2 into 3.14, and what is the variable name we have given here? Radius. So you can use that variable name. So this assignment statement, it will calculate value of circumference. Okay, look here, first one assignment statement, then actual processing, and afterward you can write here print statement to display the output. So print area comma circumference. Okay, so whatever variables you are using in the assignment statement, So what is the variable here? AREA. Okay, same variable you should use in print statement. Okay, so if area is here, then you can use here area. Don't write here only A. Okay, here we use circumference, so you should write here circumference. Spelling should be same. So this is the output statement, print. And what is the last one? We know it. Every algorithm should end with end statement. So step 6 is end. So how it will execute? So it will take 5.6 value for the variable radius. That value will be used in this formula area. That value will be used in circumference formula, and afterwards it prints the value of area and circumference. So this is the example of S. With the help of this example, we can calculate area and circumference of a circle. When we execute that one by using any programming language, so what will be the output of this one? Area 98 point something, circumference 35 point something, because this value is constant value. Okay, it will not change, it won't change during the execution of algorithm, it will remain same. Next, so here is the constant value, we can change it to value entered by the user. So the question is like this: algorithm to calculate area and circumference of a circle where radius is inputted by user. Okay, in this example, radius is having constant value. In this example, user has to put the value of radius during the execution. So how we can write here? Step 1, start. So beginning of algorithm. Step 2, input radius, because the question itself indicates that user has to input value for radius. So here we use input radius. Then what is the mathematical formula here? Area is equal to 3.14 into radius. Formula for circumference, same formula is there. And after entering these two assignment statement, we can print that value. So print area comma circumference. So when we execute this one, what it does here, it will ask value of radius from the user. So if user enters value 4, it gives you area and circumference. Okay, again when we next execute it second time, suppose user has entered value 5.5, so it will display area is equal to this one and circumference is equal to this one. Okay, so got it? This example is having constant value and this example is having variable radius. Okay, so this radius, it will take value from the user and that it will perform the calculations. So these two are the examples. Let us see another example here. Algorithm to calculate perimeter of triangle where sides are 5, 10 and 15. Again here constant values are given. Side 1 is 5, side 2 is 10, side 3 is 15, and you know how to calculate perimeter of rectangle. So perimeter is perimeter of triangle. So it is the sum of all sides of triangle. So 3 sides are given and we have to calculate only the perimeter of rectangle. So again step 1, start. You should assign sides, value of sides to the variable. So side 1 is equal to 5, 2 is equal to 10, 3 is equal to 15. Don't write here space within side and 1. Okay, then how to calculate perimeter here? Perimeter is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. And how we can print it? We can print like this. Print here perimeter. Okay, P-E-R-I, right here P-E-R-I. Okay, how to calculate perimeter of triangle? Here the values are constant. In the second example, algorithm to calculate perimeter of triangle where sides are inputted by user. So how we can write here? You should input the values. So step 1, start. Here input side 1, side 2 and side 3. Okay, and how to calculate here perimeter? as perimeter is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Okay, so with the help of this formula we can write here, we can calculate here perimeter of triangle. How to print this one? So print perimeter. Okay, so here variable is perimeter. So while using print statement, you should write here same variable name. So what is this statement here? Perimeter is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Then print it on screen and then end of algorithm. So how it will get executed? When we execute the first one, it gives you constant value because sides are constant. Here when we execute this algorithm, it will ask values for side 1, side 2, side 3. So here inputs are given like this 1, 2 and 3. So it will assign in sequential manner. Side 1 is equal to 1, side 2 is equal to 2, side 3 is equal to 3 and it gives the output 6. In the next example, suppose inputs are like this 10, 20 and 30. It will calculate perimeter of triangle. Okay, so this is the second example to calculate perimeter of triangle. Then next one. So another example here. Here we used numerical value as well as string values. Okay, what is the question here? Algorithm to calculate total and percentage of a student where some values are given here. These values are associated with some variable name, some information of the student. So what is the roll number here? Yes, roll number is 10. Name is equal to ABC. Marks in subject 1, 80. Marks in subject 2, 100. Marks in subject 3, 85. Okay. So some inputs are given. Some constant values are given. These 5 are the constant values and here you should calculate the total and percentage for a student. So how we can write it? Step 1 start. Step 2 roll number is given. So roll number is equal to 10. Then name is given. Name is equal to ABC. Marks in subject 1, 2, 3 are given. So assign these marks. Mark 1 first variable equal to 80. Mark 2 is equal to 100. Mark 3 is equal to 85. So these 5 statements are related to input values. Then calculation step. How we can find out total of marks? So total is equal to mark 1 plus mark 2 plus mark 3. And then percentage is equal to, here we used variable as PER. So what is the formula for this one? Total by 3. It is similar to average because we are considering the marks out of 100. So these formulas, total is by 3, it will give you percentage as well as average. How to print these two values? So print total comma percentage, PER, and the last statement is in, and it will give you value of total and value of percentage. Okay, so this is the algorithm when fixed values are given. In the second question is like this: algorithm to calculate total and percentage of a student. User has to input roll number, name and marks in 3 different subjects. So how we can write algorithm for this one? Step 1 start. We have to input values. So write here how many values you have to input here. 5 values. Okay. So input roll number, name, mark 1, mark 2 and mark 3. How we can calculate total? Same statements are there. Total is equal to and percentage is equal to. And if we want to print all the data, means we want to print roll number, name, marks in all 3 subjects and then total and percentage. So you can use here print statement like this. Print first variable roll number, name, mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, total and percentage. So whatever values are inputted by the user, it will print all the values, okay, including roll number, name and marks in 3 subjects. So how it will get executed? Suppose the input given by the user are 1 for roll number, Radha for name variable, 70, 70, 70. These three are the marks in 3 subjects. Okay. Then how our algorithm will work for this input data? It will give output like this. Output is equal to, first one it gives you 1, because we have printed here value of roll number, and what value we have given for roll number? 1. So first it will print 1, then again we print here name, so here it gives you Radha, then again within print statement 3 subjects marks are there, so it will print 70, 70, 70, and then in the next print statement we have printed total and percentage, so it gives you total 210 and percentage 70. Okay, so in this particular example we have seen how we can input numerical value as well as how we can input string values. Okay, so these 3 examples, the first example was to calculate area and circumference of a circle, second example was to calculate perimeter of triangle, and third example is to calculate total and percentage when roll number, name and marks in 3 subjects are given. So these 3 examples, in these 3 examples we have seen how we have to write the steps when constant values are given, and how we have to write the steps when the values will be accepted from the user. Okay, so these are the basic examples. Hope all of you got these examples. If any query is there regarding these example, you can post it to our WhatsApp group so we can understand what changes we have to make for this one. Okay, so from the next lecture we can see how branching statements can work in algorithm. And one more thing, if you have any doubt, if you have any doubt regarding the technical problem of your mobile or your computer, so you can ask it on the WhatsApp group also. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you very much.